So my first question to you, Shan, is give me a peek into your brain and into your mindset, before you made your international debut. I want to learn like what were your beliefs at that time? What were your values? What was your psychology at that point?
I think there was a lot of immaturity,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty much just focusing on just the goal and the dream, and that was to play for Pakistan. And then I played under 19s for Pakistan, and in my batch we had an amazing under 19s batch which went into the 2008 World Cup. We had Amir, we had Ahmed Shahzad, Umar Akmal, Umar Amin, Imad Wasim, Usman Salahuddin, Junaid Khan. So, and a lot of those guys went on to play for Pakistan early on. So I think I was too sort of outcome oriented then. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to play for Pakistan. And even in that time, like I learned that I played my best cricket at times where I completely devoted myself to that present moment. And I had some really good seasons in under 19 cricket. Then I went to boarding school in England. I had a really good school season over there. Then I came back into first class, and my best first class season was also at a time where I just focused on first class cricket and didn't look too ahead. But I think overall, I was always just bothered about, oh, I want to play for Pakistan, I want to play for Pakistan, but never actually really figuring out a way to play for Pakistan. And I think I
Mm.
was pretty immature in dealing with any sort of setback or any sort of non-selection or anything. And I was always looking at external things than myself at that particular time.
Right. And it's that phase of us being not being very introspective about our own selves or taking that inner journey to realize like perhaps the fault is not external, it's actually internal, right? So
Exactly.
what about later on? Like how did that mindset or that psychology change after you made your um, international debut in 2013?
Um, I think having a good first sort of innings in international cricket sort of helped.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but again, the thing with international cricket was again, I'll always be on a learning curve. But then I was still figuring out a lot of things in my game,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I was quite raw at that particular time. And what I didn't acknowledge was I didn't accept I was raw, and at the same time I was looking for results. So I think that was the time where I should have accepted that um, the outcome is not initially, the outcomes are not going to matter. Initially it's my time to go there, throw myself in the cauldron and see how I respond, what are the things I can learn from it. So I don't think I was a good learner. And when I had a bad innings, and as a batsman, if you're playing 5 innings,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you do well in a couple or max three. You're always bound to have a failure because it's a one ball game for a batsman. So I don't think I was quite acceptable towards the fact that I had a lot to learn or I wanted to learn. So, and I think that's what brought the inconsistency as well. When you just keep looking for results. I remember that even after I got my first test 100, that's the time that I expected myself to kick on. I expected myself to raise my average from 30s to 40s and onwards. But I think I just put too much expectations on myself. And when once I started playing international cricket, I think where I was and where I set the bar, that was a huge gap. And I thought I needed to be really like very honest with myself.
Mm. I think you bring up a very, very interesting point, a very good point about being, and this is something that comes from the study of psychology of mindset, right? The mindset of people who who eventually get on that path of success and greatness are those who are more process oriented versus outcome oriented, and that is something
Exactly.
that you just spoke about in your answer. Like initially when you, even before you started your international cricket, or right even after a few years after, it was all about the outcome. It was all about the results and not much about the process, right? That's a very good point, and that's a great point that you have brought up, Sean.